Good day, folks. I come to you from a prison cell. I want to give you a word of encouragement. You may be in a better place than I am. It's going to be very practical, basic, and simple. How many are familiar with the story of Joseph? No, not the one I played with the lamb and the donkey that you remember, but the one with the coat of many colors. No, Joseph was a young boy. He had 11 other brothers, and his father found favor in him, and this made the other brothers quite jealous. One day, Joseph's father Jacob told Joseph, "Go yonder and look for your brothers." Joseph was obedient and he obeyed. However, the brothers had a different idea. When Joseph got there, they took his coat away and threw him in a pit. And it was at this moment they decided that they're going to sell Joseph. Some Ishmaelites came and they bargained and negotiated, and the price was 20 pieces of silver. You can imagine selling your brother for 20 pieces of silver? Anyhow, Joseph went along. The Ishmaelites took Joseph to Egypt, where he was then sold to Potiphar as a slave. Now imagine Joseph, a young boy, no family, no friends, in a foreign country. But Genesis 39 verse 2 states, God is with him and he will not fail. Joseph got straight to work. He was diligent in everything he did. And Potiphar acknowledged this attitude and gratitude. And you know what? Potiphar promoted Joseph and made him in charge of his estate. No, this wasn't a chattel house or a little yard, This was a big mansion, a big estate. And Joseph was in charge of the affairs. Now it came to pass, Potiphar had to leave the country on some business and left Joseph in charge. Now, Joseph went along his duties as normal. However, this is where COVID-19 steps in. Potiphar's wife laid eyes on Joseph. And Joseph was a young, strapping, handsome young guy, just like me. And she found favor with Joseph. And one day, she snuck up on him and said, "Joseph, come lay with me." Joseph was astonished and found this absurd. And he said, "No, I cannot lay with you." I went along his business. Alright? The second wave of COVID came when no one, no servants, butlers, no one was in the estate. It was just Potiphar's wife and Joseph. So she approached him again and told him, "Come lay with me," and grabbed his cloak. Joseph struggled out and ran. However, she had that cloak in her hand. And when Potiphar came back, she told him, "This is what your slave was going to do with me. He was going to assault me." Potiphar, enraged with anger, sentenced Joseph to prison. A prison similar to this. But you know what? I am Joseph. I am the one in prison. But you know what? God is always with me, and I will not fail. And in this prison, I mix and mingle with thieves, killers, everyone. But everything happens for a reason. I also came into contact with Potiphar's butler and his baker. And I could interpret a dream or two. So I overheard them talking about this dream that they wanted answers for. So I listened and I interpreted the dreams for them. And they went along. Now, a couple years passed And I was feeling very low. Like, am I ever going to leave this cell? And one day, I heard some whispering about Pharaoh and this dream that he had, that no one, the magicians, the scholars, no one could interpret. And I heard that Pharaoh was looking for someone to interpret this dream. And one day I was just sitting down, and a guard came to me and told me, come. I was like, come? But I don't have any family here. I don't have anyone to go to. He told me, you were summoned by Pharaoh. By Pharaoh? No. Could you imagine? I came to Egypt as a slave. That cell, that was my home. And I was summoned, as you learned, I was summoned to Pharaoh to interpret a dream. A dream which said that Egypt was going into famine in the next couple of years, and to gather wheat and grain. No. And Pharaoh found favor in me. And you know what he did? I am now the second in command of all Egypt. You can believe that? From a slave to second in command of all of Egypt. But you know what? Genesis 39 verse 2. Remember I mentioned it to you? God was always with me, and I will not fail. With this whole COVID going around, it's a whole pandemic affecting young, old, and everyone in between. People lost their coats of many colors, which could represent a family member, a business, a dream, a job, all gone. But like me, trust God. Believe God is always with you, and He will not let you fail. I just want to encourage you to stay focused, stay on the right path, and honor God with all your heart. You may have been laid off, but look at it this way. You now have more time to spend with your family. You now have more time to pray, worship, and seek God. He's changing something, and He's doing something for you in the background. Just have an optimistic mind and attitude, and everything will be alright. I hope these words don't fall on deaf ears. And until next time, peace and love.